everyone, I'm Lisa Crawford, owner of Simply Stunning Hair and Makeup. Today we are going to do a fun tutorial on making Janelle a scary clown. No, I'm kidding. We're actually going to touch base on a very quick how-to on changing a day look into an evening look. Hypothetically, you come home from a date night or you come home from your work day and you're going to a date night and you have maybe 10 minutes to just kind of clean up your pre-existing makeup from the day. And we're gonna get started here quickly. We're gonna make you a clown. Just kidding, no I'm kidding. I thought it was funny. Okay. I use business cards or Kleenex so then it doesn't kink the fringe, right? So I just lay it straight up on top and then I use like these little pin curl clips and just get right in there. And it keeps the hair out of the face, but it also doesn't kink the bangs. And all girls with a fringe understand this pain of when they go to do their hair and if it's dry and if they just kind of clip it straight up, when they take it out, when they release it, there's gonna be a big impression line. And then you have to re-wet it and restyle it. So it's a total pain. So like I said, Janelle has done her makeup this morning and we're going to just kind of amp it up a bit for an evening. So she does have foundation on, she does have a little bit of blush and very earth tones, like really toned down earth tones, and there's no creasing from before, which is awesome. If there is creasing, wipe it off and throw a primer on and then start from the beginning. But most people who use a primer, it doesn't usually crease until like, I'd say what, 10 hours? Yeah, cool. Awesome. So I'm gonna start off just with the cheekbone. So I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the contour palette. Now, like I said, we're just amping up what she has because she does have a little bit of powder on her skin. So if you go in with something cream-based over top of the powder, it's not going to, it's gonna look lifted and very ashy on the skin. So I'm making an exception for today simply because I'm actually gonna use my beauty blender, and with Janelle, I'm gonna go in with more of a light ashy shade because she is so fair. So I'm just gonna go in and just kind of tap at the cheekbone, very softly. Because like I said, I don't want it to look lifted. And the biggest thing with makeup, guys, is you don't wanna be rubbing. Rubbing almost, think of fish scales, and as soon as you go the opposite direction, they all lift. It's the same with your skin. You want to take care of your skin, show it love, and always pat, right? So as you can see, it just kind of deepened the cheekbone area, just a tad, right? And then I go in with, afterwards, is the Clarisonic. A lot of people use this for skincare, and they actually came out with a contour bristle a little while ago, and I finally picked one up, and it's life-changing. So I turn it on, and I hold it just very gently up and down onto the skin. And it just blends it so seamlessly. And this is great too for if the skin is naked or if there is a little bit of previous cosmetic on there. It just helps give that nice blended look and not too cakey like a clay pot. We've all seen those people when they contour, all you see is the contour and it looks very chalky. And that is definitely not what we're going for. So same thing. I would do the jawline, but we're not gonna actually tackle that today because she has a cosmetic on, and we will do a video next time of the entire face. Okay, and then we're gonna go in and just do a little bit of highlight. And this is the Stila Kitten Heaven's Hue highlighter, by far the best highlighter I have ever used. Doesn't age the skin. Once again, it is not chalky. It doesn't create lift. It doesn't show imperfections. It's awesome. And I use my Artiste brush. I just go in, rub it in, and then I just, once again, I just pat, just to show a little bit of shine. And I go on the outer V. I like to show a little bit of glow in the forehead. It just shows a little bit more health. But don't go overkill. Like we see these girls on Instagram and that's all you see is their highlighter and you're like, whoa. You don't wanna go overkill, guys. And once again, you just pat it. Certain areas back here, like her hairline, I don't want the cosmetic to collect in her hairline here. So then I kind of sweep back. And then I can even do a little bit on the tip of her nose and on her Cupid's bow if she's wearing a nude lip. And then once again, I just kind of pat it in with my fingers because the natural oils and the heat from your hands help settle the cosmetic a little bit better. Great. Now for the eye, if you're sticking with a neutral lip, I always suggest, I love this Modern Renaissance palette. It's probably one of my favorites because Janel is so cool toned and has a light eye color. She can pull off more of these magentas and auburns, and they're beautiful, absolutely stunning on her, and it's a great way to kick up the overall appearance of the look. Because when you look at a person like Janel, the first thing you notice is her eyes, right? So you want to amplify that. You want to amplify your best feature. So I'm going in with just a regular dome brush. And the bristles are a little bit stiffer, which I like because then it can get right into kind of the little corners of her eye. So I'm going in with Love Letter. Now with Anastasia Beverly Hills, the only thing I don't like about this is the fallout is crazy. But it's a great result. Like as you can see, tons of fallout, but it works like a charm, and make sure you pat your brush really, really, really well. So same thing, I go in. Now just open for me a little bit. So as you can see where her eye sets, you wanna go just a little bit higher up. So when she opens her eye, all of that makeup's not hidden in her lid. So I kind of just get them to open up and then make a little stamp, kind of as a guideline, right? And then you know that's how high you should go with your brighter color. And then you just kind of go in and do a little bit of a V. And small strokes, not a ton of splashing back and forth, splashing back. Like I see so many girls when they do their eyeshadow, they think they gotta just whip it on quick. Take the time when you're doing bright, punchy colors like this, really stamp your product and do soft motion, or else you're gonna get a ton of fallout underneath, and then you're gonna have to wipe all of that away and reconceal, and it's a pain in the bum. See? So then open for me, Janel. So see, as you look at Janel, like this here will buff away, we'll blend that out. But see how that really makes the eye color stand out? So then you go in with the same color, look up, with the same brush, and get it right into the lower lash line also. Like, I call it the eye bag. Everyone's got the eye bag. And I like to buff right into there because a lot of women just kind of do a really fine line, and then you can still see the underneath of the eye. So I like to just kind of go in and mask all of that. See, now open. And see, as you can see, her eye color stands out much, much more. I'll just get a little bit more into the corner here. You can go a little bit darker into the corner if that's what you prefer, but I find if you're going with a brighter shade like this, you don't have to go overkill, guys. Keep it simple. That's the biggest thing with makeup, and the best thing I was ever taught as a makeup artist is keep it simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. It's silly. It's just a matter of mapping out colors and mapping out the eye. So open up for me again. So then I have a big dome brush with nothing on it, and I'm going right in and I'm just buffing it out with what she already has in there. If this was a naked eye, once again, then we would add a blending shade, but she doesn't need it right now. And this, when you're doing it yourself at home, should take you no longer than, I'm gonna say 10 minutes. Just get it on, freshen it up, and see how with makeup too, guys, is you don't wanna see where one color starts and another ends. You want it to be very, very seamless, have a flow to it. And then sometimes with this brush, if I want just a touch more pigment, I'll just go back into that original color and I'll literally just do like a little stamp in the corner here. And then I wipe it off on a clean towel and then just rebuff it out. Same thing. Okay, now open for me, Janel. Now, if you really want, if you have an extra minute, and you really want to kick it up, you can go in with a highlighter color. So something with like a lighter shimmer. Once again, the fallout's crazy, so make sure you tap it off very well. And I go right into the tear duct right here, just to kind of kick up the color a bit, and just a touch underneath the brow bone, just to polish it very, very nicely. Now with these looks, you can add a black liner, you can really jazz them up, but this tutorial is focusing mainly on something very quick, but yet efficient. And same thing, now open up Janel, and I just go in with the Beauty Blender and I just kind of re-stipple. And I love the Liz Wattier setting powder. It's awesome, it's a very cooling, and it comes with kind of like a powder disc. Easy does it, because when I first got it, I went, oh, and it was like a cloud in the air of setting powder. Easy does it. And I like to bake it on with a damp Beauty Blender. So look up and press. And this just kind of helps conceal any fine lines. It helps blur any fallout. It's awesome. You can do this before if you do like, say, like a really dramatic eye, whether it be dark blue, black, any of those colors. I always recommend doing this ahead of time, so when you do get fallout, you can just brush it away. Same thing, just kind of go in. And brush it away. And it feels very cooling on the skin. And that's awesome, because then it will help kind of depuff the eye a little bit. Now look up. Awesome. So see the difference between this eye and this eye. Day, evening. It's really simple. And that was literally using, well, 2 colors, including the highlight. That is it. Keep it simple. And the Clarisonic blending contour has changed my life, because a lot of us use cream contour and it's scary, and you go to blend it and you look ashy and patchy and it's a nightmare. Or some people look really warm. This gadget is the best. You just push the button and go in slow circles all throughout the face. And that's really all that there is to it, guys.